We have AJ Pirlo from Twisted Sister, and a good friend of mine, Mike Altini, who also works for Twisted Sister in the merchandising department. Without any further ado, let's get AJ out here.
May I do the honors?
Go ahead.
Let's welcome AJ Pirlo. Thank you for being here.
Very nice to meet you.
Hey, Karen.
What's up, buddy?
Very nice to meet you. Thank you.
Ah, thank you.
What's going on, man? No time.
I know.
No see.
Well, where you been?
You know the life and crimes of Johnny P. I got suspended from CTV for a year.
Oh, what a surprise!
Not you.
Yeah,
You.
over a bottle of water.
Wow.
I pushed one of the staff members and they suspended me. You know, what are you going to do? I learned my lesson. But in the time that I had off, we released an album with MYB last year.
Yes, great album.
Nice, very good. Congratulations.
In Your Face, produced by Richie Scarlett. Came out with a music video.
Yes.
And the rest of the time, I learned all this new format for digital editing. I opened up my
Johnny's
own little
company coming out.
yeah,
That's right.
Good
Video
for you.
company.
movie editing company,
Yes.
DVD format.
So you're never too old to learn.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're getting up there.
We all
aren't you?
learn every day.
That's right. We're like fine wine. You get better.
That's right. Better with
We have
age.
a lot of good stuff. We have AJ Pirlo and Twisted Sister last year at Slip Disc signing autographs.
Yeah,
and
that was fun.
good time, right?
Good time. It was good to see the guys all together without fist fighting or arguing.
It was a good turnout.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say I was surprised, but after so many years and after the way the band broke up, it was good. It was good to see that a lot of people still care.
Well, this is something the fans wanted to see anyway, just like with Kiss,
Sure.
Twisted Sister. You know,
Huge reunion.
For the fans that were our age in the '80s, they're there. If
I
they-
want to rock. I can't
No,
forget
that was
that
Scooby
song.
Goober
Oh,
Rock,
that was good.
which
That
is
was
another
very well.
subject we'll talk about
Okay.
later.
I was 16 when I first saw you.
Right. So now, how
Asbury
old?
Park.
Now, how old are you?
Me, I'm 25 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after a
25.
few years of not seeing us play,
15.
you would figure that it would be a lot less of the younger and a lot more of the older, but it was a great mix. And even
Yeah.
at the shows now that we're doing, it's a great mix of people. I'm seeing kids out there 14, 15, 20 years old, 30 years old, and of course my age, 27.
I was going to say, which we won't get into just yet on camera.
Because I joined the band when I was 9.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there has to be some kind of change in the music business. I mean, rock and roll has to come back. It has to resurface. It is slowly.
It happens in threes, and the cycle that destroyed, I'm not going to say destroyed us because they're the ones that copied us anyway, was the grunge. I mean, the Kurt Cobains and the Pearl Jams and those bands just followed the Led Zeppelin suit, and basically what the rock did. But now that the 80s have been a resurgence, it gives chances to bands like you, NYB.
I hope.
Old school rock and roll, in
Yeah.
your face, heavy duty, sledgehammer, and that's why it's good that it's going back to that again.
Yeah. I have Twisted Sister live at the Giant Stadium Meadowlands Fair, and you'll be seeing parts of that concert, and it was a good show.
That was last year, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That was last year.
I got so much footage from the last 2 years, I'm just starting to put them on the air.
No, that's what you got to do.
But it's actually better now. Now you guys are on a break, people get to see what was happening.
Sure. I mean, we've the past 2 years, we've done over 70 shows.
Wow.
Different
70
countries.
shows,
I mean, we're basically right now, and which I can't talk much about what's going to happen next year, because it's new concepts and new ideas that we have. Being that we re-recorded "Stay Hungry," which has "We're Not Gonna Take It," "I Want to Rock" on it, and we added 7 new songs to that, which we have a single that's called "Heroes Are Hard to Find."
Thank you.
Which I gave you a copy
I
of.
can show it to you when we show it.
What we did is we printed up 10,000 and is sending it out to our troops in Iraq, and we support our troops on it as a holiday Christmas gift, boost their spirits a little bit. The first 3 shows, as I was telling you before, which was a pretty cool thing.
Yeah,
The militarized zone, nobody, if you don't really get a chance to go see it, it's just amazing to see. They're actually on the wall. They actually have guards there, snipers there, and
Scary.
when we went up to where the main point was, actually North Korean soldiers had come down to look at us, and I mean I can imagine what they were thinking, if you see us. But the troops just went wild out there, and South Korea is the the point of flight, any helicopters, any F-14s, F-117s, that's where they come from South Korea, to go over to Iraq. We were also supposed to do some shows in Kuwait City on an aircraft carrier, but of course, you know, the war screwed that up because we wanted to go
Security,
out there.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because, but you know, we had said, look, let's go over there and do it. I mean, after they get a load of us, they're not going to want to fight no more. The Iraqis, you know, they're going to say, "Damn, is that what they look like in America?" You know.
Yeah.
But we want to support our troops. I mean, we love the guys. They loved us. They treated us great.
Good.
And we're behind them 100%. We've always been like that, you know, with the troops and law enforcement officers.
Yeah.
We've always been behind. We did that show at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yeah, that was a good night.
Which that was to raise money for the widows and orphans 9/11.
Who else played that night? We had Ace Frehley.
Ace Frehley, Overkill,
Anthrax.
Great show.
And Sebastian Bach.
Yeah, great night.
And,
do you know the number? What it was? Like what everyone raised?
Yeah, it was about $350,000.
Great.
All the proceeds went to that, and it was just a good feeling to do that for these people because they've always been supportive as well. Recently, we just played Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania.
Right.
You notice I got my Jim Thorpe police hat on. They made us honorary members, honorary police officers.
It's always good to have a policeman on your side.
Got to, you got to.
Especially when you're having fights over water bottles.
Yeah.
Well, I know about having friends as cops. I got friends everywhere, but you know, I'm trying to be peaceful these days.
Yeah, we all are. But I mean, the support, the support that we're getting from everybody, whether it is the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, the New York City Police Department, Pennsylvania Police Department, State Troopers, they're all coming to see Twisted Sister.
Good.
And that's that's what we're doing. Yeah, this is our new old, I'm going to say, because this looks a lot different than how we looked in the 80s.
Yeah, well, you had these albums out over here. We have Under the Blade. This is a good one. This is a collector's item. You Can't Stop Rock and Roll.
Very good one.
With the black cover. That's
yeah.
That's great.
This is just a couple of the Twisted Sister albums. How many are there? About 7 or 8?
No, actually there's 5.
All right.
Still Hungry. It's out in stores. Please go out and buy it. Support us. And
Support the troops.
What we did, the whole concept behind Still Hungry was when we, you know how producers are. I mean, that's why it's great to produce your own stuff.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's in here, and you bring it out. A producer's like, cut that fill out. I don't want that there. Don't do that drum beat. Don't do that guitar. It's like...
Well, that was good about Richie Scarlett. He produced that record. He gave me and the band a lot of freedom.
Right.
We did a lot of changes, too. And when we made the changes, we didn't like them. But we sat on it a couple of days, and then we loved it.
But, you know, there was a lot of things, like Richie Scarlett's old school.
Yeah.
The people that produced the albums are from a different type of... They wanted to make it a little bit more commercial.
Yeah.
But we did Still Hungry the way we play it now. And the way we play it now is so much more ferocious. And it's a little bit more technical. But this Still Hungry captured how we are on stage. So I'm glad that we had a chance to re-record that album. We have a DVD coming out, which is still not finished yet.
Right.
I mean, I'm partly part of that, I guess, because see how long it took me to come here?
Yeah.
Well, just picture me getting to the city to do an interview for this. No, we've been...
No, you can't rush perfection.
That's right.
That's okay.
That's right. But no, they've been taking a lot of the shows that we've been doing over Europe, and the thing that they've been getting is the format is different over there, as you know. So they have to... It's a big thing that they have to do to take the audio and sync it up with the video from out there, and then change it over to the American format, and then put it on there. So that's what they've been having a little bit of a problem with. But I think they cured it, and the DVD, look for it, hopefully around April.
Great. Well,
of all the stuff that's going to be... Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Of all the stuff that we did the past 2 years, plus the Hammerstein Ballroom, some of that.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Why don't we roll some of the footage? We'll check out the autograph signing. We'll come back in for a short break.